I should really have this in like a set spot so I don't have to do this every time. But it's kind of fun. Yeah. Okay, word. What up, 8 AMers? How you guys doing? Good? I expect you to say good. Cool. So this has been a much requested video, and it's what I do around the time I go over there and put my head on the pillow for 6 to 8 hours. Sometimes less, rarely more. So yeah, let's get into it.
It's 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m., brothers.
Okay, so the first thing that I do is basically related to my morning routine. And I really try to stay away from my phone. This is probably the most important thing for both the morning and night routine. It's to take your phone, either turn off all notifications for it, or put it somewhere where you won't be tempted to go on Instagram or text friends or really do anything. And by the way, before I continue, this is like my ideal productive night routine, not necessarily something I do every night. That would be crazy. But this is, I would say, like 3-4 nights out of the week, usually school nights, nights where I'm working. This is like the ideal. So don't think that I do this every night, because I definitely don't. But it's going to be fun to hopefully for you guys to start trying it out. And a lot of this stuff also is specific to me. For example, one of the first things I do as I consider starting my night routine is edit and upload a vlog. But there's a lot of things that you can probably take from this as well. So first thing, as I said, is try to stay away from your phone. It's hard, but what it does is put you in the proactive mode. It really makes a huge difference. More so in the morning routine. I've slipped up probably a lot more in the night routine in terms of like checking my phone before bed, notifications. In a little bit, it's going to make a lot more sense about why I really push that at night as well. After I upload and edit my vlog, that in itself for me is like really helpful, and this could potentially translate for you. Putting out a vlog every single day is like, it makes you feel like you've done something. And this is sort of a morbid question to ask yourself, but like, if you had 3 days to live, what would you want to do in those 3 days? And part of that to me is like contribution and putting something out there into the world. And I feel that like every night when I upload something, it's just a giving vibe that allows me to sleep soundly and fall asleep very quickly. Just knowing that I've given at least something. Sometimes my videos are better than other days and I'm happier with them, and sometimes I'm not happy with them, but it is, from that perspective, something that has really helped my ability to kind of be calm with what I've done and who I am. So I recommend finding something like that if you can. If it's not, Eckhart Tolle, one of my favorite mentors, the guy who wrote The Power of Now, he spent 2 years sitting on a park bench just getting to know what it's like to be and just to be with his true self. So yeah, side note, read Eckhart Tolle because he's a G, and a lot to learn from him. So after my phone is off, I've uploaded not off, but away, trying not to look at it. My vlog is uploaded. This is a really important step. I look around my room and I kind of I basically clean my room, but it's in a way that's sort of an unwinding phase. Okay, so I try not to carry with me thoughts from the day or thoughts from editing that I just did or plans for tomorrow. I really try to just put everything away in a way that I'm just like being with myself. And like, that sounds kind of weird, but it's, you settle in, you take some deep breaths, really like feel what it's like to be in your body. It's almost like a meditation. And it's really good for like waking up the next day and seeing a clean room. That's been huge for me. You'll notice a huge difference if one of the last things you do before you go to bed is really clean up. Waking up, seeing that clean room is awesome. That might take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. After that, I'll go into the kitchen and grab two things. One, there are one or two things depending on if I worked out. If I did work out that day, for example, today, I'll go in and grab a yogurt, a Greek yogurt with high protein, low sugar. This is key, okay? Especially if you've had a good workout, not having anything before bed if you're trying to build muscle or really just maintain health in general, it's not really great, at least in my opinion. And for me, trying to build muscle or maintain muscle, having Greek yogurt with, I just bought some today. It's Chobani plain yogurt, 22 grams of protein, 6 grams of sugar. You can throw some granola in there to enhance the flavor, but it's kind of one of those things. It's like the cold shower. It's just like you just stomach it. It doesn't taste great, but it's definitely helped me gain muscle. And I would also say it enhances sleep. The only warning I would say there is don't eat too much. Only eat like a serving or maybe two if you're a bigger guy or whatever. If you're a girl, you know, maybe a couple bites is all you need, because casein is a protein. It's slow digestive, and that's the reason I have it before bed, because overnight it takes time to digest in your body and helps build muscle. So when you're sleeping, you don't want to have too much of that in your system, or else it's going to cause a little bit of insomnia. And that happened to me over the summer. I ate like a whole tub of it, and like I couldn't sleep. Like my heart was racing. So don't eat a lot of it. Just eat a serving. The next thing I'll grab is my water bottle and fill it up with some water and put it right next to my bed, because having water by your bedside is very important. Number one, because the last 2 hours of your night you want to be drinking water. Not too much. You don't want to piss yourself. You don't want to, have to wake up during the night and go all the time. But drink enough so that you're hydrated. Maybe you can tell in your lips or your skin or how you're feeling too. If for any reason I'm in bed and I'm like tossing and turning, it's because of two things. One, either I had too much sugar, which I try to avoid, but it happens sometimes, and I'm just like, whatever. Or two, because I didn't drink enough water. 9 times out of 10, if I take like 3-4 big sips, I'll fall asleep within like 5 minutes. So water's huge. If you have sleeping issues, try drinking more water throughout the day and before you go to bed. It's life-changing. Also, one of the first things I do when I wake up is drink water, so it's good to have it full next to your bed. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I check the weather for the next day, okay? So if it's a rainy day, whatever, I mean, you get the point. I'm laying out what I'm wearing the next day, and it's extremely helpful because I'm minimizing the amount of decisions that I have to make when I wake up. I read somewhere that you only have a limited amount of decisions that you can have before you start getting decision fatigue. So if you can make that decision, like what you're going to wear the next day, without thinking about it too much. This is why, for example, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook founder, only has like one outfit, which is like a t-shirt and jeans, because he knows that every single decision he makes throughout the day, he's losing a bit of willpower. So I'm not telling you wear only one thing, but setting out your outfit the night before is going to help you get your day started a lot easier. And I've been doing that for a long time. Not that hard to implement either. So that's been cool. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I guess attached to that is like getting your backpack ready for whatever you're doing the next day, or maybe your work bag, wherever you are in life. The next thing is this baby. This I've talked about before. I might be graduating from it soon. You don't need this, but it is a pretty nice little tool, especially for the night routine. It's called the 5-Minute Morning Journal, and I'm not sponsored by this. I honestly probably should be, but whatever. It's pretty cool. It has all these questions for your morning routine. You can pause the video if you want, but then you get to the night routine, and I really like this part because it starts to rewire your brain in a way that helps you look at the positives in your day. So 3 amazing things that happened today. And just starting to think like that before you go to bed is really, it can honestly be life-changing, especially if you're someone who has suffered in the past from like anxiety or depression. Training your brain to scan the world for the positive it's going to do wonders for you. It's honestly helped so much. And great thing to just keep doing even if you are a happy person. Oh my God. Okay. I kicked the tripod. And the other thing is, how could I have made today even better? This is a pretty cool one. It's basically doing something like, there's this one quote, it's like small steps over time make big changes, whatever. If you know that quote, put it in the comments. But when you start to like just almost like manage yourself in that way, like looking at what positive things you've done throughout the day, it definitely, or what things you could work on top of that, you subconsciously add that to your little list of improvements, and over time you can see massive changes. I definitely have. It's incremental, and I bet if I went back to the beginning of this book and I looked at like things that I wish that I wanted to have done better, over time I like definitely had worked a lot of them out. So this it works. It's a great little tool. After the 5-minute morning journal, I will go to this, basically either this little journal that I have or my notepad here, and I'll write my goals out. If you watched my video yesterday, definitely recommend, or if you haven't watched it, definitely recommend it. This is what I do every night before bed, that I'm starting to do the past few nights, and I love it. It's an absolutely amazing way to start creating the life that you want with your mind. Start writing, don't stop, and just write down in the present tense that, or in the personal tense, the life that you dream of living, and write it down. I have a $10 million mansion. Whatever gets you excited. Okay, now in the morning, the goal is to get you excited and attached to the action level of excitement that you would need to basically kill it in the day. Before bed, it is about getting excited, but I would focus more on like the deeper emotions behind it, like the gratitude and the feeling of giving, that you have changed many people's lives, or whatever it is that puts you in a position where you just feel extremely emotional. Overnight, your subconscious does a lot of work for you. So if you can implement this little technique and start visualizing very deeply the life that you want to create, it's gonna do a lot for you. That's pretty much the end of it. That is like the last thing I want to be doing before bed, to the point where I'm thinking about my dream life as I'm putting my head on the pillow and hopefully falling asleep, because it's going straight into my dream world, my subconscious. So that's it. It's about a 30-45 minute night routine. If you can put your phone down earlier, that's even better, and don't touch it the first hour of the day either. Watch my morning routine video. That one will probably help you a lot. It hasn't altered except for the goal setting thing, so watch that one too. And if this helps you guys, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I wish you guys the best of luck. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being an 8 a.m.er, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. Peace.
This is to end in fire, then we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn over and on the mountainside.